27 plus thread less than bridge greater than probably the last thread I and #039 am going to make for a while. I and #039 am quitting my wageslave job. It pays too little and I am #039 VE developed old man pains in my body from it. I and #039 VE been in retail wage slavery for nearly a decade and it and #039s finally worn me down. I and #039 am gonna sign on and claim an NEETbux less than bridge greater than £300 a month. If I even get that is not much, but I want to know from the Neet veterans among you how you were able to stretch that, add other NEETbux, or if you and #039 VE figured out ways to earn money from home or have a passive income. Less than bridge greater than maybe I can try and learn Java in the meantime to get job that I SN and #039T customer facing. A 30-year-old woman really undesirable, unwanted. My long-term BF died at 28. It took a few years to get to a place emotionally where I would want to be with someone again, and it's been bad. Regardless of how the man looks or his age, I tried late 20s and late 30s. Absolutely no one seems interested in a partnership. It's very obviously an attempt to hook up. Wondering if I should just accept the cat lady life. I dated a 35-year-old woman when I was 27. It was nice, but her life was pretty complicated and she couldn't keep it going for long. You're not old yet anyway, as long as your personality is friendly and accessible to others. Being able to move past your grief and be ready to open up again is a huge step. Do you have kids? If you do, then you're in for a hard time. If not, then you're just dealing with what everybody deals with. Dating isn't really fun these days. No kids. I was a step-parent for his kid, but after he died he went to his mother full-time. I miss him. You'll be okay, but you should try to find someone soon. You're not as undesirable as people on this place claim, but your opportunities will decrease as time goes on. Your best bet to find someone else you really love is to find them soon and keep them. I just can't change my actions, my habits. I know exactly what I should do to reach my goals, and yet I do *SH* about it. Why I don't put effort in things. Why I can't change my habits. Am I doomed? Tailor your habits to you, not just generic fit the mold. If you can make it fun or rewarding for yourself, it will be a lot easier. Otherwise, if you have the willpower to just do the thing as *ON as you have the thought to do it, that can help. It depends on your personality. Quote, 30 on the 18th, 29 KHV, no friends, live with parents, no job, no education beyond secondary school, completely defeated, messed up by my life. I hate myself so much, I feel *king awful. Yeah, I've had my share of partners too. Thing is, I never valued the same things most people do. Never went to bars unless forced to. Never took pleasure in climbing the social ladder. I've basically never changed my core beliefs, as over time I've only found arguments for strengthening them. This is not true for a lot of people. They're always seeking an escape from themselves, social validation, the urence that they are doing something right. I'm not just going to indiscriminately date everyone who talks to me. I know exactly what I'm looking for in a partner. Life feels boring regardless of what I do, and every single day feels the same. Can't tell if I am pessimistic or just depressed. Well, at this point nerds are part of the mainstream, aren't they? Or at the very least have a much higher social worth than they used to. Quote, is that sacrificing relationship opportunities for work? I mean, the thing that I've sort of worked out, and it's corny I guess, is that people aren't meant to exist alone. Even if we're talking on just a practical level. I've been trying to get a place of my own away from my parents, and I've come to the conclusion that I'd probably be found dead because I'd get ill without anyone to look after me. I mean, what's the ultimate goal of become the most efficient person in your field? Instead of me. I'd say personal distractions that can be turned into something positive are a must. Distractions like television, video games, stuff like that is what people need to have in small doses. Quote, 23, work at burrito shop as *assistant manager is corporate trainer. 22-year-old woman covered in tattoos, wears raccoon-style eye makeup and pulls her shirt down, unbuttons polos so cleavage shows, has a kid whose father is in prison, constantly mentions pregnancy scares and needing *. Obviously got her job by *ing her way to success. Any blue-eyed bust haircut man who walked in wearing a tank top got his meal comped by her. She'd take her lunch break to eat with them even in the middle of lunch rush when she was on the serving line. She'd follow this with a 15-minute smoke break behind the building where we could could hear them F***ing in the alley. She approached every male employee individually about sleeping with her to get a $3 per hour raise. I refuse. She probably has more STDs than a gay pride parade. Hours get slashed to 7 per week. Brother see what's happening and give me their shifts to hit 20 hours a week. She doesn't like this and threatens to fire anyone who helps me out. Actually fires a bro for being 18 seconds late. She takes his shifts. Manager calls me into his office. Guy says, look, I know what's going on, but I'm compromised. Basically, you have to turn in your 2 weeks notice now or you're going to be fired in 2 weeks because my wife just had triplets and I can't afford to lose this job. Tell boss at church I need a new job yesterday. Explain situation. Same day hired as temporary social media manager. You're poor here. I get around €1,200 every month doing nothing at all. Asperger person here. Is there any way for me to make more money? What if I had any other diagnosis? Fellow Aspie here, set aside money to spend on things to flip on whatever site your country has like eBay. If you can buy consumer electronics, easily fixed watches, or video game consoles at a good price and flip them, you can get big money. Been doing this and learning here in Burgerland, and if you know where to get the items it's decent money. PSP, 3DS, Game Boy Advances, automatic watches are all high-value flips and easy to ship. Special edition for more cash, limited edition run shoes and consoles. Quote, 28, just got back home from a night out with friends, literally the only person in the group that wasn't with a girl, the only guy in the friend group that doesn't have a GF, and obviously the only one that never had own. I'm trying to accept that dating and relationships aren't for everyone and only certain percentage of the population is lucky enough to experience them, but damn it man, it hurts so much being around them. I'm seriously considering cutting him off because I can't stand being around all those happy couples. I used to be pretty apathetic and realistic to the whole thing, but as I grow older I'm falling more and more into the incel mindsets despite knowing it's BS. Have you tried Tinder or any other dating websites? Why did you end up lonely at your age? Where were your priorities at when all your friends were discovering dating relationships? Single mom family. Never learned how to talk to girls, never had any confidence or self-worth. Then spent a few years as a shut-in. Recovered from Bangar * got in but never recovered socially. So you've never actually tried any dating, or online dating at all. Why do people accept the places incel losers who will never find a relationship without trying? I'm also 28, single, who keeps seeing all my friends getting in and out relationships, marrying, etc. But I can't justify accepting that dating is not for me until I've exhausted every opportunity that people around me use. Try it, bro. Learning at 28 is late, for sure, but it is not as late as learning at 38 or 48, which will eventually happen if you don't start now. Try it, you say, but it's never that simple. Where does one even begin? No single girls in social circle. Socially awkward fat dude anyway. I'm hitting the gym, money and car are not an issue, but keep in mind people like me don't know how to talk to girls, we don't know where to go to talk to girls, how to approach them, etc. On the other hand, by this age, it's expected you'd be experienced with all these things and you're a creep and an incel if you aren't. Volunteer somewhere where you can meet girls. Sign up to evening CLs *S in your local community college. Go to any interest-based club where people meet and do S***. Technology has made it even easier. You can literally sign up to multiple dating sites and apps and find someone without leaving your house or having any interest. All you have to do is put some effort into taking good pictures. With a good enough setting and clothing, even a fat awkward guy can look good and impressive. You'll have to try yourself and dip into this fire you're so afraid of, and you'll get burned a few times until you learn the safe distance to be at in order to feel just the right amount of warmth. Quote, it's expected you'd be experienced with all these things and you're a creep and an incel if you aren't. That's an excuse your mindset made up for you and you know it. How many times have you been personally called an incel or a creep for trying to hit on a girl in a respectful manner? By respectful manner I mean the same manner you would want someone to talk to your sister or mother. Men who are labeled as creeps need to put actual serious effort into it. It is not as easy to be one without actually trying. Despite what you would read online, women are pretty forgiving with tolerating losers, they just don't stay with them. I actually go to uni. I obviously have no relations with any of the females there, as I have no right to talk to attractive females as an unattractive male. Also, more attractive males exist there, so why would I bother? The same could probably be said for most of the other environments you described. More attractive males would exist there even when my gym routine pays off eventually and I'm decent looking. The lack of experience isn't as easy to deal with as you describe, and there's always the matter of outright attractiveness. I don't think I'd be ugly if I wasn't fat, but nothing special either. Quote, I have no right to talk to attractive females as an unattractive male. But I see this all around me, even when it has nothing to do with romance. Females are much friendlier with my attractive, albeit taken friends than they're ever with me or other unattractive males. Girls I've known for years meet my attractive friends and they're suddenly besties and casually touching each other when they never really even talk to me. I'm a wizard and even I know there must something off visibly with the vibe you give out. If a female is acting weirdly and unkind towards you in a casual conversation, then there must be something wrong with her, possibly severe autism. I'm by no means good looking and I've talked to beautiful girls in a casual conversation where everybody smiled and was at least polite. Stop feeding yourself this beta mindset. There really needs to be a way to link up people like me and you so we can help each other out. Got a BA in psychology and went to grad school for counseling before I got sick and had to take a year medical leave. I'm an ugly duckling turned relatively attractive and I have upwards 80% success rate getting laid after going on a date or two. But for real, without a higher degree I'm F***ing broke and with near zero job experience I'm dying trying to find a job. I'll teach you social skills, you teach me to make some F***ing money. Why don't you share your advice to getting 80% success rate anyway then? Hey, 27 plus thread is back. I'm not dead because I'm F***. I wish I was, maybe someday soon. Well, I've made it to 31. It's the first birthday I've had in a long time where I'm at least slightly content with where I am in life. I'm pretty fortunate to have two friends I can actually call brothers at this point, having known each other for 27 years. Hoping my 30s are way less turbulent than my 20s. Really, I find myself more restless and regretful as I near 31. Quote, TLDR, it feels like it's getting better. I guess I have plenty of regrets and it's not like I've really figured anything out about life. It's absurd how many years I've wasted torturing myself over wanting my old life back. The truth is I still do, but the more time and effort I put into making something new, the more I can appreciate what I have. I don't know if I've even seen a real rock bottom. But right now I'm higher than I've been in nearly a decade. Even if it's just I can go to work and not want to kill myself. Crushing loneliness has its benefits. Quote, it's not like I've really figured anything out about life, you know what? I think I sort of have figured out a couple of things but figured them out way too late, and now I will carry around with me forever a resentment of the people around me and of myself. I know what you mean. I'm bitter about a lot of things. Maybe it's warranted, maybe it isn't. I've tried really hard to disassociate myself from most of the world and the people in it. Mostly because I matter so little in all of it. My goals as of now are to become literally the most efficient person in my field worldwide, which is more than possible. Is that sacrificing relationship opportunities for work? Yeah, but it's hard to miss something that burned you so hard in the past. Turned 29 in December. Childhood present. Quote, develop undiagnosed sleeping issues. Think jet lag where the prior time zone constantly changes. 18 to 20, no real aspirations, went to community college, took entrance, aptitude test, post-college graduate level in all fields. Guidance counselor said, do whatever you want, smiley face, did the basics and a few music CLs *s. Nothing motivated me, had to choose major, didn't qualify for aid so quit going, no work aspirations. 20 to 23, attend a ministry school, local church started up, finished first year, W as *, student intern second, and third was unofficial staff, paid to run sound at church for special events like funerals, weddings, luncheons, etc. Still work events to pay bills. Not an official ministry school, so not ordained. 23 to 24, worked at a Chipotle clone, was told, quit or you're fired, for not effing the W as *. Assistant manager, worked at church for 3 months as interim social media manager. 24, get job as cashier at frozen yogurt shop, work up to training manager by 25. Other training manager becomes GF, tendons in ankles nearly destroyed from demands of Asian owner, manages an * creaks, 5+ hour shift standing behind the register without moving or sitting. Take store, shipment inventory and make flavors before leaving, 36 hours maximum per week, so no insurance to fix feet. Quit, but next job was worse, so I went back. 26, job closes, staff fired for failing to follow company procedures. An * Cody got unemployment, get real estate agent license, become realtor. 27, realtor work lacking support from brokerage and friends. GF talks about marriage in 2019, she moves in with a female friend from college. 28, feet still F*** head, grandma gets dementia. GF dumps me to become lesbian with her roommate. Depression phase. 29, realtor license expires, lost $8,000 total in realtor expenses. See friends losing jobs to outsourcing, illegals, and automation. Lifetime desire for wife and kids by 30, now impossible. Black pill suppository begins, how to turn my life around. Exercise. Try and embrace single living and dating, even if it's just for a couple of months. Think of something you love doing for 3-5 hours a day. Can you make money doing it? If you can, attempt to do so. Trying to build yourself back up is really hard at any age. Don't drink too much, it only helps for about 12 hours. I guess that's where I'm needing the ADV ice. I'm in a perfect position to rebuild but don't really know what to build towards besides a wife and kids. Need a job to provide for those, but what do I go for? An oversaturated STEM field, a trade where entry level is priced out by illegals. Something else that'll be automated within the decade. My connections are all losing their jobs or I don't meet the educational requirements to make it past the interview. It's not a defeatist mindset, it's what I'm seeing and going through myself. I like playing music but it's hard to make a living that way. I play B's asterisk and I'm learning keyboard on my non-gym days. Considering grabbing a guitar or electric drum kit at some point too and eventually putting some covers up on social media once I'm at a marketable level. After the depression lifted I started working on my health. Mostly drinking water or fruit juice and soda is down to 1 per week from 2 to 3 per days. Never drank alcohol, coffee, or energy drinks anyway. My goal for this year is to be able to jog for 5 minutes without hurting. Sounds pathetic, but if I run at all it's hard to walk for the rest of the day and part of the next. I can finally walk for about 2 hours before the pain hits. Joined a gym in November but my mother's health started declining in January so I've been out of town dealing with legal stuff since then. She's from a small country town where the nearest gym is a 2-hour one-way drive but I did have a routine going for a while that I'm eager to get back to. I am greatly enjoying not having expenses for all the dates and entertainment that a relationship demands. The additional free time is good too. Plus, not worrying about saying something that might be taken the wrong way or make someone else mad let me realize that wasn't the right woman. I do miss having a close friend like that though. Quote, was told, quit or you're fired for not effing the W as asterisk assistant manager. Elaborate. I recently got a job but I was a NEET for 5 years straight. I live with my mom and I did not have a phone. My days were spent playing an overly modded FO3, doing drugs, and jerking off to 17 Tarkas where I have a model that looks like me that I watch F asterisk girls way over my league. Every 3 months I get money which I'd spend on drugs and marathon Naruto. I hate working and miss my life. If you wanna know why I have a job now it's because I met a girl online, I'm not ugly, and we're dating, so I need cash. Just venting into the void, I'm 30, almost 31 years old. 3 years ago, my dad killed himself which pushed mine to a brief self-destructive spiral and then I did a 180 and decided to get my life on track. I went back to school to be an educator. I've been an honors student, but now that I'm in my student teaching I feel burnt. The teacher I'm working with is uncooperative to say the least, and I'm basically just doing grunt work, making copies, running to get her ordered food from the front office, and sitting in the room while other teachers go to the bathroom. I'm supposed to be in partial control but I can't even get my cooperating teacher to let me know what she's already done with the kids and what they need to know before the standardized tests. The kids weren't even aware I was a student teacher until yesterday. They thought I was an aide. This is just an abridged version of what I've been dealing with. I'm exhausted, I'm miserable, and it feels like even when I'm off, I'm still on. After discussing it with some of my cohorts, I reached out to my supervisor and laid out what's been going on. Now my anxiety is through the roof and I'm questioning everything. I don't want to go tomorrow at all. I don't want to deal with the teacher, the kids, and I feel like any P is on. I once had W is act out. I don't want to get myself worked up, but I can't stop and I'm fighting the urge to just call my supervisor and look into dropping out. I feel like my dad had the right idea and the thought of blowing my brains out in the bathtub is appealing. Maybe I'd be happier at AS asterisk high call center job where I can at least come home and be done. Where my weekends aren't plagued with work, where I can play video games and not feel racked with guilt. Sorry for my endless B asterisk king, I'm just at a crossroads.